Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Giving all praise to Yahweh, Exodus 20, verse 16. Commandments of Yahweh, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. We're going to go to the commentary on this. IUIC is guilty of bearing false witness, and at the same time, they say to keep the laws, keep the laws. Start this over here. Commentary. You should not give false testimony against your neighbor. You must not testify falsely against your neighbor. Let's go to commentary. The ninth commandment against bearing false witness, primarily in a court of law or public the court of public opinion, a especially common crime in the East, but also more generally by taking away the character of a neighbor by false imputations. Exodus 23:1. You shall, and I already know the scripture, you shall not raise a false report, but put not your hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness. Let me click on that. I'll go to the King James. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wrestle judgment. New International Version, do not follow the crowd in doing wrong. When you give testimony in a lawsuit, do not pervert justice for siding with the crowd. New Living Translation, you must not follow the crowd in doing wrong. When you are called to testify in a dispute, do not be swayed by the crowd to twist judgment. Let's come back. Bear false witness. Answer. In a forensic sense, in a court of law, Deuteronomy 19, verse 16, if a false witness rise up against any man to testify against him that which is wrong. That's another law, but the camp is known for keeping the laws. They come in the spirit of the wicked scribes and Pharisees. Why do you think the Lord said in Matthew 23, do as they say and not as they do, for they say and do not? Deuteronomy 19 and 18. And the judge shall make diligent inquisition, and behold, if the witness be a false witness, and he testify falsely against his brother. Let me go into this. Let me take this out. That's why I say the IUIC is going to come to nothing, because they're not dealing with the Most High, the laws of the Most High. Let's come over here. Deuteronomy 19, verse 18, and the judges shall make diligent inquisition, and behold, if the witness be a false witness and have testified falsely against his brother, then shall ye do unto him as he had thought to have done unto his brother, so shalt thou put the evil away from among you. And those which remain shall hear and fear, and shall henceforth commit no more any such evil among you. And thine eyes shall not pity, but life, shall go for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot. That's why Nate keeps winding up in the hospital, because he's not following the Most High. And the people that follow him is just as guilty as he is, because they follow a multitude to do wickedly. They don't judge the matter. Okay, where am I? Let's come back over here. The commentary is good, give you a lot of precepts. There's another one, Numbers 35 and 30. Whosoever killeth any person, the murderer, the murderer shall be put to death by the mouth of witnesses, or one witness shall not testify against any person to cause him to die. In other words, you need two witnesses. If one person sees it, that's not good enough. Esau has a thing called circumstantial evidence, which is clearly not in accordance to the scriptures. But they'll become presidents and so forth and swearing on the Bible. Ronald Reagan declared 1983, I think it was, 82 or 83, the year of the Bible. But they don't follow. The only time they use the Bible, pull it out, put their hand on it, swear, which the Bible condemns swearing on anything. But also more generally, 1 Samuel 12, verse 3, behold, here I am, witness against me before the Lord Yahweh and before his anointed, whose ox have I taken, or whose ass have I taken. This is Samuel talking. Or whom have I defrauded? Whom have I oppressed? Or of whose hand have I received any bribe to blind my eyes therewith, and I will restore it? Well, this goes out to you, Bezalel, over there in IUIC. They call you Weezalel. Bezalel, you said I was wicked. You don't know me, man. You don't know me at all. And you call me wicked. So tell me, where am I wicked? And I said in the previous video, about how they say it, you can't understand the Bible. I said in so many words. You can't be emotional and understand the Bible. If you get caught up in emotions, you fail. You have no business being a judge. See, when Esau wants to judge Jacob, they'll get more Edomites. We said you're supposed to be judged by your peers, right? Let's say that Jake is a gang member, right? Gangbanger. Who's supposed to judge him? Other gangbangers. That's gangbangers. That's a judge of your peers, right? Edomites go to court. Who judges them? Other Edomites. So Jake has no business judging the Edomite, really, if you want to get technical. And Esau has no business judging the Jake. If you're going to judge a Jake in the hood, the people that you get as his the jury is Jacob in the hood, because they're a certain class of people. You can't have a 12 uh, multimillionaires that are Edomites that live in Burbank, California, or Scarsdale, or somewhere in Greenwich, Connecticut, and you judging a Jake that grew up in the hood. That's not judges of your peers. So this is a total wicked society. It says, and it shall come to pass. Where am I reading? Deuteronomy 31, verse 21. And it shall come to pass another law when many evils and troubles are before them, that this song shall testify against them as a witness. And that's the song. Well, it's 32. Deuteronomy 32 is the song of Moses. For it shall not be forgotten out of the mouth of their seed. For I know their imaginations which they go about even now. Before I have brought them into the land which I swore. Testify as a false witness, Deuteronomy 5, verse 20. Neither shall you bear false witness against your neighbor. Another law you broke, IUIC, has as an empty, insincere witness, the word explained, for the penalty for false witness. See Deuteronomy 19, verse 16 to 20. It says, if a false witness rise up against any man to testify against him that which is wrong, you know what I got to do? As a matter of fact, I read it, but it tells you whatever they do, they're going to receive the punishment due to them. But not so many words. Proverbs 14 and 5. A faithful witness will not lie, but a false witness will utter lies. Proverbs 19, verse 5. A false witness shall not be unpunished, and he that speaketh lies shall not escape. You escaped 2 times, Bishop Nathaniel. Proverbs 25 and 18. A man that bears false witness against thy neighbor is a, what is that, a maul, and a sword and a sharp arrow. You know what I got to do? Let me look that up. Proverbs 25, verse 18. So the law is condemning you here. You said that you said by video on your page. I'm gonna take a screenshot of it too. That I said I was gonna rape a little 6-year-old girl. It says a man that beareth false witness against his neighbor is a maul. Let me look that up. Let me look that word up. Mapaya yataza, scatterer, disperser, scattering club. Oh, like a mallet. So you sow discord in that. Anyway, let's okay, so he puts down Vernon. Let me pull it back. Show you this from IUIC event. This was put up on 10 days ago. So let's listen.
You said it was okay to rape 12-year-old girls. I don't know how many you teach now. Is that when you go into the law in the ancient world, men, if they saw a woman that they like, they can grab a woman up and rape the woman, right?
So, Bishop Nate spoke about what do you call it? Timestamps. This is a completely different time. I don't know what I said before that. I don't know what I said after that. But ain't no way in the world I'm going to make a statement like that on this side of the world. In other words, I must have said in the kingdom, in the ancient world, whatever. So this is bearing false witness. And Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakak Wadash, Shalak Rayam, to you guys for being evil, for being wicked, for playing the part of the wicked scribes and the Pharisees, for going against the law. Let me come back over here. It says little girl. I don't know when I ever what's the name of the little girl? They're covering their asses, but you can't cover your ass as far as the Most High is concerned. You can't do that.
You said it was okay.
And then this guy, Mr. Brother Polite, he's in court in Florida. He keeps putting up continuances. That means we need more time. We need more time, Your Honor. When you do that, that means you're stalling. They have DNA evidence on this guy, according to what I've seen. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if he pays off enough people. He gets off scot-free. And this is not the first time he did that. One of his wife's daughters, he did that, which that's an allegation. Because I don't have I'm not privy to the information. But we know that he's in court for allegedly sexually assaulting a underage girl, he had a woman, she appears to be a Puerto Rican Ephraimite daughter that he allegedly took liberties on, let's say. I mean, you got to go to court. It's a court thing. You're presumed innocent until proven guilty. So we're going to see what's going to happen in time. So this same man that accused us and said we're going to send the Bloods and the Crips on this guy because they going around saying they're going to rape little girls. Well, he's charged with raping a little girl, at least one. So we're going to see what it's going to come out to. So that backfired on him, but we're going to see what's going to happen. If you got enough money, you got to pay off enough people or whatever, then he'll get off, but we'll see what's going to happen. But when you constantly ask for a continuance, look that up in the law. Matter of fact, I'm going to do that for you. Niggard, good word, niggard. And it has nothing to do with color. Let me see how am I going to do this. Continuance in law. Continuance is what? Continuance is what a court may grant to delay proceedings until a later date. Parties in a suit or the judge themselves may wish to have a continuance granted in order to prepare for proceedings, buying for time. Now, sometimes they legitimately need time, but it's another tactic of stalling. Is continuance a good thing? Continuance allow extra time to prepare for a hearing or trial, find a witness, or hire an attorney. Learn what a a defendant must show to get a court date pushed back. Judges may grant continuances in criminal cases, but only when a party shows good cause for needing the delay. Well, there was a witness that was with me. I have an alibi, but that person is living in Europe right now. We got to go get in contact with it. Whatever, whatever. What do continuance mean in court? What is a good reason to ask for continuance? Let's see what that says. Perhaps the most common reason for continuance is when one side did not have enough time to investigate the case and analyze the evidence. Many defense attorneys, especially public defenders, can move only so quickly because they are representing many clients. He doesn't have a PD, a public defender. He has hired lawyers. He has a team of lawyers working with him, and he paid him. I'm paying him a lot of money. All right. So let's come back over here. Let me do this.
Just making sure. They said you said it was okay to rape 12-year-old girl. I don't know that. How do you teach now? It's that when you go into the law in the ancient world.
Did you hear what I said? When you go into the law in the ancient world. So this did happen in the ancient world. I did a video and I went into Exodus 21, where it says a Hebrew man can sell his daughter to another Hebrew man, and that Hebrew man that buys the daughter from the Hebrew man can say, you're going to be my wife, whether she likes it or not. And that happened with Rebecca. Rebecca didn't have no say in the matter. Rebecca did fall in love with Isaac, and Isaac fell in love with Rebecca. And they didn't have no marriage ceremony. He took her, read the scripture. He took her off the camel and went into the tent and immediately had sex with that woman. And after that, he was no longer depressed for his mother's death, which is Sarah. That took away depression. Oh, that could be a good depression thing for you Edomites. You want to get people off of depression? Give them some money to go get a hoe. You know, that depression will go away for a little while. And it totally went away. He got over his mother. And then she became his wife. They didn't walk down the aisle. They didn't throw rice. She wasn't wearing a white dress. He didn't have a best man. You didn't hear dun, 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 dun. You didn't hear all that shit, all that heathenistic shit. When you lay with a woman and she's never been with a man, that becomes your woman. But there's penalties behind that. And that's what I was talking about when I said when you go into the law, there's penalties behind that. But if you're emotional, if you're this is the reason why Bishop Nathaniel has no reason to call himself a bishop. He has no standing to be a judge. Because when he made this statement, he got emotional, and his followers, Exodus 23:1 and 2, they blindly follow him, man. So none of them guys, are any of those guys judges? Can any of them tell this man he's going off? Hey, Apostle Gabar told me, oh, Tahar, you going off. But then later realized, no, Tahar, you were right. So even when I'm wrong, I'm right. Somebody gonna use that. Somebody gonna use that. You know, I'm playing with y'all clown ass ninjas. So let's listen to the rest of it. This is a man saying, I heard you said it's all right to lay with a little 12-year-old. Nope. We said women in general. We didn't put no age on it. You were the one that put the age on it. And you wanted to get it on a camera because you was going to have a major debate with Captain Tazariak. And ultimately you lost that debate. But then later it was found out that you in court in Florida for allegedly you know, raping a 14-year-old girl. The door, and that happens all the time in the hood. That happens all the time in the hood. Men always get with a woman. They got a daughter of a certain age. They always going to get at that daughter. That happens all the time in the hood. That happens all over the world. And the mother doesn't say anything because the mother has no backbone. Women don't have a fucking backbone. Oh, she's a strong black woman. If she's so fucking strong, why does she need welfare, food stamps, Section 8? You know? Because she ain't a strong black woman. Then these niggas say the black woman is God. Well, look, please tell the black woman to get us out of this fucking condition that we in since they God. Let's listen to a little bit more.
Men, if they saw a woman that they like, they can grab the woman up and rape the woman, right?
What context was that in? What did I say before that? And what did I say after that? After that. This could never be accepted in the court of law. When did I say that? Or what context did I say it? And certainly, if I said that and actually did that, don't you think I'm that wily that I can't get caught? I could do that and talk shit about it and still not get caught. And then people say, "Well, you saying it from your young brothers, man? They might do it." Well, what young brother have been charged with doing that? Because we teach these young men the scriptures, and if they do that dumb shit, we'll explain that we said that was in the ancient world. We're under this man's system. Look, when they was going to kill the Lord, they had to go to the authorities. They had to go to Pontius Pilate. They couldn't just do what they wanted to do. They had to go to the higher echelons of the Roman society. So there's certain things that Jake couldn't do unless they got permission to do it. Let's listen to a little bit more.
Here it comes. Oh, here it comes. Your daughter gonna get raped, Nick. Your daughter gonna get raped, Nick. Your daughter gonna get raped.
Now, I don't know who these guys are. I don't know if they were part of GMS, and they were totally wrong in saying that. They were totally wrong in saying that. To make a statement like that is totally wrong. And to be honest, I don't even, if these guys were a part of GMS, I think this is from the K Slugger crew, if I'm not mistaken. Please clarify what group said this. And I guarantee you, these guys that made that statement, they're not in GMS. And if they are, they're going to have to make a solemn apology to you, Bishop, high exalted, mighty, big brother almighty, Nathaniel. I will make sure they will make a apology to you. But if they're from GMS, these guys are not no longer in GMS. They fell off. Because I wouldn't make no fucking statement like that. Let's listen to a little bit more.
Just making sure. They said that you said it was okay to rape 12-year-old girls. I don't know if that's what we teach now. Is that when you go into the law in the ancient world, men, if they saw a woman that they like, they can grab the woman up and rape.
You hear what I said? And I got the scriptures to back it up. But you ain't going to see it if you fill up with emotion. The reason why these churches didn't accept what you had to tell them, but you had the right doctrine, you told them that they're Israelites, this, that, and the third. They didn't accept it. Why? Because the churches are emotional. What goes on in the church? Emotions. What goes on in the IUIC? a lot of knowledge. I give y'all credit. You'll bring out a lot of information, but you get caught up in your emotions too. And emotion is for woman. Emotions are for woman. Women get emotional. You put women on a fucking trial and a guy murders somebody, but the guy's a handsome guy, they're gonna say he's not guilty. And the reason why you say he's not guilty, because he's so cute. So why in the fuck would you gotta have a woman on the jury, man? Huh? That's why the Most High gonna fuck this goddamn place up. The Most High gonna hit this place so hard it's not gonna get back up. I've fallen, I can't get up because you're gonna fall by fire. Because Putin, he got the new General Armageddon. Let's take a look at General Armageddon. And now you're gonna notice General Armageddon, that's not his real name, but that's his nickname. Give me a second. He looks like an ICBM. I will prove that. Prove all things. Tell me he don't look like an ICBM missile. General Armageddon. Sergei Sorovenkin, the General Armageddon. Let me go to the images. Tell me he don't look like an ICBM missile. Tell me that motherfucker don't look like an ICBM missile. Tell me he don't look like an intercontinental ballistic missile with a fucking suit on. Like if a ICBM missile, an intercontinental ballistic missile can turn into a human, like the Most High is a spirit, right? We all know that. When he came down and Daniel saw the vision on him, he came down as a man, a so-called black man. So if an ICBM, I'm having a little fun with this, if an ICBM can turn into an actual human, the ICBM will look just like this dude. He looked just like a ICBM. Meet General Armageddon. What does Armageddon mean? It means an end game for Esau's system. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom.